So if you go to the syllabus, click this one here, you can create this one, okay? And if you go to week 8 outline, so we are in the week 8, right? Okay. So from here, actually should be start from today. Today is 29, right? And then up to 4, okay. Oh, sorry, 20, it start from yesterday, 28, okay, and then up to this coming Sunday, okay. So for week 8, we will discuss about basic of confidence intervals and one sample interval for the proportion, and then one sample interval for the mean, okay. Okay, let's go to the MyOpenMath. Yes, so you can open the textbook here. Go to chapter 8, right? So actually we halfway to the end of the semester, right? Okay. So this is talking about the basic confidence interval. Okay. So what that mean with the confidence interval? Okay. So confidence interval is where you have an interval surrounding your parameter, and the interval has a chance of being a true statement. So in general, confidence interval look like this, okay? Where the data head is the point estimator and E is the margin of error. The margin of error term that is added and subtract from the point estimator. Thus, and then you can make an interval. So also you need to know what is how to interpreting a confidence interval. So in the statistical interpretation, the confidence interval has a probability like 1 minus alpha, where alpha is the complement of the confidence level of containing the population parameter, right? Okay. So as an example, if you have 90% confidence interval of this, right, then you would say there is 95% chance that the interval 0.65 to 0.73 contain the true population proportion. So that means that if you have 100 intervals, okay, 95 of them will contain the true proportion of, and will contain the true proportion, okay, and 50% will not. Okay. So the wrong interpretation is that there is 95% chance that the true value of P will fall between this interval. The reason that is this interpretation is wrong because this the true value is fake out of there somewhere. Okay? So we are trying to capture it with the interval. So the correct statement will be there is a chain that is the interval contain the population. The population proportion, not the true population proportion. Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, so the common probability used for the confidence interval are 90%, 95%, 99%. So these are known as the confidence level. So the confidence level and the alpha level are related. Okay, so for the two-tailed test, okay, the confidence level is C, which is equal to 1 minus alpha. So because alpha is like good tails, and confidence level is area between the two tails, right? Okay. Yeah, for example, the two-tailed test is like this one here. Mm. So for example, like alpha equal to 0.10. Okay, the confidence level must be 90% or 90 0.90 or 90%. So if you have one tail test, then the alpha has only one tail. So because of the symmetry, the other tail is also alpha, right? So so you have two alpha with both tails. So the confidence level, which is the area between the two tails, is equal to C minus 2 alpha. Uh, yeah, for example, like this. So you're supposed to have 95% confidence interval for the mean age of woman gets married in 2018 age 26 up to 28, and state the statistical and the real world interpretation of the statement. So the reason is the statistical interpretation will be there is a 95% chance that the interval contain the mean age of woman get married in 2013. Okay. So in real world interpretation is the mean age that a woman married in 2013 is between 26 and 28 years of age. So this is another example here. Okay. And how to interpret it statistically and what is the interpretation in real world also you can see it here. So the second example is talking about the proportion. So if you suppose you have 99% confidence interval for the proportion of American who have tried marijuana, okay, as of 2013 is like 0.35 up to 0.41 or like 35% and 41%. Right? So the interpretation will be there is 99% chance that the interval will contain the proportion of American who tried marijuana. And the real world interpretation will be the proportion of American who have tried marijuana as of 2013 is between 2000, between 35% and 41% or 0.35 and 0.41. Yeah. And also you need to know is about the confidence interval is how the sample size and the confidence interval affect how wide the interval is. Right? So yeah, so you can see the more the sample, the wider the confidence interval. Yeah, so there is a trade-off between uh, width and the confidence level. Okay. You can see the wider the interval, the higher the percentage. Okay. And for if you want to compare with the effect of the sample size on the weight, you can see this example here. Okay. So you can see the higher the sample size, the narrower the confidence interval. Okay. Mm. Yeah, I think you can see from the formula later on. Okay. So this is the step to find what is the interval for one population per person. Okay. Yeah, it's almost the same thing as we did for the hypothesizing. Okay. But now the difference here is you need to find what is the confidence interval. The confidence interval is on the left you subtract with the margin of error. On the right side you add with the margin of error. From the equate is uh, the population proportion for the p, and the p hat is the sample proportion, and n is the number of sample value. You can see here e is the margin of error, and then z is the critical value. Okay? And the margin of error is equal to z c time the square root of p hat times q hat divided by n. Okay? So when you got the margin of error, you can find what is the interval here. So the statistical, so there is a C% chance that the interval will contain the true proportion. So this is where you state what interval contains the true population. So for the critical value is a value from the normal distribution. Okay? So since the confidence interval is formed by adding and subtracting of margin of error, uh, amount from the sample proportion, and the interval has a probability of containing the true proportion, then you can think that this statement as equal to this. So you can use the inverse norm comment on the calculator or Q norm on R to find the critical value. Yeah, so this is for the proportion, okay. And this is the example. Yeah, so this the 95% is called sorry, yeah, the 95% is called the confidence level. Okay. Yeah, how to find the z? Yeah, this yeah, in this case, the one the z is yeah, in the Excel will show you how to find what is the z. Yeah, okay. So in this example, it's not really so what is the z. Yeah. Maybe in this calculator. Yeah, if you use the calculator, automatically you will calculate the what do you call it? The interval. Okay, so you don't need to find what is the z anything, anything something like that. Yeah, the same thing if you do the if you do the if you use the r. Yeah. Okay. Uh, so that's for the proportion. This is for the sample mean. Okay, same step, but just different formula. Yeah. Okay. So for the margin of error, you multiply equal to t. What is this here? TC, right? The critical value, where the degree of freedom equal to 1 minus, I mean, n minus 1. Okay? And S is the sample standard deviation, and then N is the sample size. Okay? So, yeah, so this is sample for the, sorry. Hmm. Yeah, this just show you if using different degree of freedom. Okay, so you can see the higher the, yeah, so the higher of the degree of freedom, the smaller the critical value, right? Okay, that means it's narrower, right? That means it's the uh, confidence interval will be narrower. Okay, let's go to the Excel. Okay, okay, I appreciate this while we working on the Excel. Okay, uh, so for chapter 8, yeah, you need to open the chapter 8. Right? Okay, let's see. Put it in not. Yeah, I think I never open chapter 8 before. Okay. Yeah, you can download it from the MyOpenMath. Okay, so also I will share with you in Google Spreadsheet. Okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me put this in Google Spreadsheet. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So chapter 8 is done here. Okay. Okay. Done. So it give you the video. Okay. Do you know how to open the video? Just simply click this one here. Okay. If you wait for like this is gonna take a long time. I mean, maybe never stop. Okay. So what that you need to do is you need to click this one here, okay? It'll give you a pop-up window and you can take this one, you can watch it. Okay, let me see. Let me go to the homework here. Okay. Yeah, for chapter, I mean, for this week, you need to complete chapters 8, and also you need to take the Unit 3 exam, okay? Because Unit 3 exam covers, Unit 3 exam is, uh, yeah, Unit 3 exam covers chapter 7 and 8, okay? Okay, let's go to the problem here. Go to the Excel, right? Okay. Yeah, let me open in Google Spreadsheet so easily you can see it. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so I can open this. And then I need to upload data from my computer, right? Okay. Let me see. Yes, I need to upload it. Oops. Okay. Yes, I need to file, open, upload. Yeah, from my computer, right? Okay. And I need to go to download, right? And I can see it here. Okay, so I opened the MyOpenMath in Google Spreadsheet. Okay, you can see it now. So you can go to start number one, right? Okay. So number one is looking for what is the critical value. Okay. So if so for this one is just simply if you have 90%, you need to change this one is to 90. Okay. This one and this one. So for the problem here, because you have 99%, okay, and you have the p hat is this one and the sample size this one, okay. So now you need to find uh, using the Excel. Okay. So you have the confidence interval 99%. Okay. So that means this one need to change to 99, right? Okay. And you need also to change this one to 99. Enter. And looking for the margin of error. Okay. Remember the formula is this is for the proportion, right? Okay. So remember from the textbook the formula is for the proportion. Yeah, this is the margin of error. Yeah. So the critical value times the square root of p hat q hat divided by n. Right? Okay. So in this case, the p hat is known 0.7. So the p hat here is 0.7. Right? So the q head will be 0.7 subtract from 1, just you get 0.3. Or you can change this to formula like this, right? 1 minus 0.7. Here you got the same number. Okay, so you put another parenthesis here. Because you need to multiply the P and the Q, right? And then divide by the sample size. So in this case, the sample size is 460, right? So you need to put this one is 460. Okay, enter. So this will be answer for the critical value. Control C. Okay, find the margin of error. Okay, so this is looking for the margin of error. So you just need to copy this guy here and put it here. And you need to round up to 3 decimal place. So the answer will be this, right? Okay. Oops. What is this wrong here? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, nothing else. I think we need to change, right? So, oh, let me see. The p hat is, oh, sorry, the p hat is 0.07, okay, not 0.7. So this one should be 0.07. Okay. So this one is 0.07. Okay, enter. So now you should get the correct answer here. So you will put in the 3 decimal place, so the answer will be 0.031, right? Okay. 0.031. Okay. So the next one, the next problem will be this one. Okay. So you need to go to number 2. And in this case, the sample size is 400. The X is 180. And then the confidence interval is 95%, right? Okay. So now looking for what is the confidence interval. Okay. So you can use the, remember you're looking for the confidence interval is simply you subtract the p hat on the left with the margin of error, and then you add the p hat with margin of error on the right side, right? Okay. So okay, so go back to this problem. So this is number 2, right? Number 2. So this is the sample proportion. The sample proportion you have what? You need to find what is the X, right? The X is 180, right? So this is 180. And then the sample size 400, right? The same thing, okay? And now you're looking for the critical value. So the critical value is based on the, we call it the confidence interval. Okay. I mean, what is this? You call it 95% confidence level. Okay, you call it confidence level. So in this case, the confidence level is 95%. So you need to change this one to 95. Okay. Yeah, I believe this one is easier than the previous chapter. Okay. Just you need to be careful how to put the how to write the confidence interval. Okay. So in this case, the margin of error automatically calculated. Okay. Because This is also 400, right? Okay. Remember the margin of error is what? The critical value, which is C3, right? Times the square root of C2. C2 is the sample proportion. And multiply by the Q. The Q is 1 minus the P, right? P hat, okay? So you already have the formula there, okay? Just need to enter. And automatically also you find the confidence interval, okay? So you can see on the left side, you subtract the C2, which is the proportion with the margin of error, which is C4, right? On the right side is you add the proportion with the margin of error. Okay. Yeah, if you have any question, just what do you call it? Just talk to me, okay? Maybe I cannot see your message or something like that, okay? Okay, let me share this in the chat, okay? Let me share the Google spreadsheet this in the chat, okay? Okay, okay, so what you can do is go to this and then copy to your own drive, okay? And then you can change it, okay? Let me copy this and then put in the chat, okay? So while you're there, okay, only people edit, I think I need to change the setting. Okay. So if you want to change this, I think you need to copy, okay, and then you can change it, okay. So let me set the link here, okay. Yeah, I set the link in the chat. Oh, sorry, I think I had to put to everyone, right? Okay. Yeah, I put the link in the chat, okay, so you can copy and working on your own problem, okay. Okay, so now you need to put in 3 decimal place, so automatically you put the answer down here, okay. So on the left side you have 0.401, 0.401, right? So this one is 0.401, okay. And on the right side you have 0.499, right? 0.499. Okay, let's go to the next one. Well, this one is simply looking for the critical value, okay. So this is easy, okay. You can see is for number 3, the confidence level is 90.6%, right? So number 3, so you need to change here 90.6, okay. 90.6. So this one is 90.6. So this one also you need to change to 90.6. Yeah, so this will be answer. Okay. Yeah, I think this one is missing something. I think this one should be. Yes, I think it's a miss on the left side. There should be z c plus minus something like that. So the answer would be this one, right? um, okay, here we go. Here, this one should be. Sorry. I think the critical value should be this one, right? Sorry. Okay, so how many decimal place you need to put? 3 decimal place, right? So the answer will be C alpha alpha 2. Okay, so this one should be alpha alpha 2. So if you put 3 decimal place, so the answer will be 1.675, right? So 1.675. Okay, so the next one. Okay, so you need to practice in this form. Okay, in this form. Okay. So that means the first number here will be the p hat. Okay, and this one will be the margin of error. Okay, so you can see here. Number 4, right? So the way to find the margin of error is, the first thing you need to put the p hat, right? Okay, the one that you know is the confidence interval. Okay, you know that on the left side it's like you subtract p with the margin of error, right? And then on the right side is if you subtract, if you add p with the margin of error. Okay, so yeah, I think there is something here that is not transferred to Google Sheet. Okay, so I will show you in the what you call it, in the whiteboard. Okay, let me see. Let me show you in the whiteboard here for number 4. Okay, so the problem that you know is you have this. Okay, so this is minus p, and then p hat plus p or me. Okay, margin of error. Okay, so now you need to write as in this form, right? Plus minus me. Okay, margin of error. So how to find the p? So you can see if you add these two, right? If you add, sorry, okay, hold on. Yeah, so you can see that you have number for that, right? Okay, let's see. Uh, okay, hold on. Yeah, you have number for that. Okay, so okay, can you see this? So you can see so the number on the left here is 7.4%, right? And the number on the right here is 17.6%. Okay. So you can see if you add P hat minus ME plus P hat plus ME, right? So you will have 7.4% plus 7.5% plus 17.6%. Okay. So what you get here is, so on the left you got 2p, right? 2p hat, right? And ME is gone, right? Because if you have minus M, if you add minus ME plus ME equals 0, right? Or if you subtract ME with ME equals 0, right? So you got only, so you got 2p on the right side, and on the right side you have what? You need to add both, right? 274 with, so you got 14, 15, 25, right? So you got 25% here. Okay? And divided by 2, so the p hat will be 12.5%. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So you can think like this. If you want looking for the p, you add it. Now if you're looking for the ME, you subtract it, right? So now you can see here, if you subtract p hat plus ME subtract with p hat minus ME. So on the right side you have 17.6% subtract with 74%. So you got what? You got so subtract the number behind the dot, right? So you have 6 subtract with 4, you got 2. Okay, this is percent. And then you subtract 17 with 7, you got 10, right? Okay, so you got this one. Okay. So you can see on the left side, the p hat is gone, and so you get ME. So sorry, this must be in the parentheses again. So if you open the parentheses, this one become negative, right? And this one become positive, right? So on the left side, you got, so you can see here 2ME equal to 10.2%. So the ME will be equal to 5.1%. Okay. So this, you have to keep this in mind. Okay. So now go back to the problem. So the P had 12.5 and the ME 5.1, right? Okay. Okay, let's go back to the problem. And also you can use the Excel, right? Okay. So you see the Excel here. To get the P, you add it and then divide by 2, right? Remember? So you have to add this and divide by 2. And for the margin of error, simply, well, you can do also like this. Okay. So you can also do, okay, go back to the whiteboard. Um, so in the whiteboard here, so you know the on the right side here, so you know the here the p hat plus me equal to 17.6%, right? Okay. So in order to find the me, so you need to subtract 117% with the p hat, right? So it's the same thing as we subtract 17.6% with 12.5%. To give you the same number, 5.1%. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so in this exercise, you simply subtract the right side with the p hat. Okay, you got the number, you got the me. So now you need to go to your problem. First is you need to add uh, 7.4 with 17.6, right? 7.4 with 17.6. Okay. And then divide by 2, right? So you got 12.5 as we discussed in the uh, so you know the right side is 17.6, right? So for this one you simply subtract 17.6 with the p, right? So you got the margin of error. Okay. So your answer will be 12.5 here, and then this one is 5.1. Okay, so let's go to the next one. But this one is, yeah, the same thing. You need to write it as in this one, right? But you already have the formula here. So in order to find the left side, you need to add this with this divided by 2, right? In order to get the ME, you subtract this with the P. I mean, you subtract the right side here with the P, so you got the ME, right? Okay. You can see it. So remember this, the left side is 43.6, and on the right side is 61.4, right? So 43.6, okay, no, let me put the number 5 here. So this one is 43.6. 43.6 and 54.1. 61.4. Okay. 43.6 subtract with 61.4. 61.4. And then divide by 2. So you got the p hat. Okay. And to get this one, you need to subtract the the right limit or the upper limit of the interval with the p, right? You get the margin of error. Okay. So in this case, you need to replace the first number with 61, right? So you need to replace this with 61. 61.4, right? Okay, you got that now. Okay. Yeah, so so you have 51.5 And this one is 8.9, and then submit it. Oops, what happened here? Let's see. 52.5, sorry. Uh, okay, here go. The next question, yeah, this is same thing. Okay. So now you have this is like this is p hat, right? And this is the margin of error. So in order to get this interval, you simply on the left side you subtract this with this, and on the right side you add this with this, right? Okay. So your answer will be what? Because you need to solve in percentage, okay? So you don't need to change to decimal, right? So your answer here will be if you subtract 22.5 with 5, I mean 22.1 with 5, so you got 17.1, right? Okay, 17.1 on the left side. And on the right side, you need to add 22.1 with 5, so you got 27.5. Right? I mean 27.1. Okay. Yeah, if you curious, you can use the Excel. Yeah. Okay, so number 6. So basically, you can see here, on the left side you subtract it, on the right side you add it, right? Okay. Yeah, for this one, okay, so somehow the bracket is gone. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me put it there. Yeah. So you need to type like you need to use a square bracket on the left side and then square bracket on the right side, and then you need to put this one here, right? So you can see this one again. This is like this is the P and then the margin of error, right? Okay. So on the left side you subtract it, on the right side you add it, right? Okay. I mean, yeah, on the left side you subtract the P with the margin of error. On the right side add the P with the margin of error, right? Okay. So in this case you need to change the decimal number. Okay. Let's go to your problem here. Okay. So for number 7, you need to express the intermediate format. Do not use express the answer in decimal format. Do not enter as percent. Okay. So you need to use is the square bracket, right? So on the left side, you need to subtract it, right? If you subtract 2 point, I mean, if you subtract 23.1 with 0.9, what you get? So you got, so it's like you subtract uh, yeah, 22 subtract with 8, you have 4, right? I mean, you have 14, okay. And then on the right side, you have 11 subtract with 9, you got 2, right? Okay. And if you add them, you add 23 with 8, you got 31, 31 plus 1, because you add 1 with 10, with 9, you got 10, that you got 1, right? Okay, so you got 24 plus 8, so you have 10, 32, 32. So that will be answer for this one, right? You add, I mean, you subtract on the left side, you add on the right side, right? Okay. Oops, this is wrong. Wrong. Oh, okay. I think I make mistake here. I need to change to decimal number, right? Okay. So this one should be 0.14. Okay. 0.142, and this one should be 0.32. Okay. Yeah, you need to change to decimal and then you subtract it. So in this case, you need to use the square bracket.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I don't know what's wrong, but I can see the whiteboard.
Oh, sorry. I didn't change the whiteboard, right? Sorry. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, sorry. Okay, so uh, yeah, so for this one, simply on the on the left side you subtract it, right? And on the right hand you add it. Okay. So if you subtract 22.1 with 5, you got 17.1, right? If you add on the right side, you got 27.1, right? Okay. And for number 7, you need to change to decimal number. Okay. So you need to change this to decimal number. So you got 0.231, right? Subtract with 0.89, so you got 0.142, right? And on the right side, you need to add them. So if you add 0.231 with 89, so you got 0.32, right? Okay. So now go to the next one. Okay, for this one, uh, okay, assume that it's okay. So now you need to find 90% confidence interval for sample size this with success this, right? Okay, so you need to go to the Excel, okay? Excel for number 8. Yeah, so for this one, first you need to find what is the sample proportion, right? For the Excel, the sample proportion is 96 divided by 22, okay? And your problem will be uh, 94 divided by 254, right? So 94 divided by 254, right? Yeah, 94 divided by 254, okay? So this was the sample proportion, okay? Enter. And now you need to see what is the confidence interval here. I mean, the confidence level, right? So in the Excel, the confidence level is 99.9. Okay? So you need to change to your confidence level here, which is 90%. Okay, so you need to change this one to 90%. So that means you need to change this to 90, right? And this one also to 90. And this 0, enter. So the margin of error also, which one do you need to change? This number, right? Because the number is uh, 254, right? The sample size, right? Yeah, 254. Okay. So you need to change this to 54. Enter. So because you're looking for the interval, so okay, for this one you need to put in parentheses, okay? Okay, so yeah, so this will be answer, okay? How many decimal you need to put? 3 decimal, I believe, right? So your answer will be 0.32 and then 0.42, right? So using the parentheses, 0.32 uh, 32 and comma 0.42, right? 32 comma 0.42, and you need to put in decimal number, right? 3 decimal, yeah. After you round that, you got that one, right? Okay, so the next one, yeah, this is the same thing, okay, and again, okay. So you just need to use the Excel here. I think there is no any difference. Okay, so you can see here the sample proportion will be 92 over 2 or 92 over 204, right? 92 over 92 over 204, right? Okay, sorry. 204. And then you need to change this the margin of error here. I mean the confidence level, right? So you have here is 98. 98. So you need to change this to 98. And this is 98. And then the margin of error will be, you need to change this to 204, right? Yeah, 204, right? Okay. So this will be the answer. Okay. So if you want to write in 3 decimal place, it will give you down here. Okay. So the answer will be 0.70, 0.737, and then 0.532, right? 0.532. Okay, so the next one. Okay, let me see what is I have in the Excel. So the answer is, with 99% confidence, the proportion of all students who take note is between this interval. Okay. So the answer will be the last one here. Okay. Oops. Yeah, because we talk about proportion, right? So I think the answer should be, I think it should be this one. Because it's talking about proportion, so the answer should be proportion, not this one. Okay. Yeah, it's almost the same thing. Okay. So you're looking for what is sample proportion. In this case, it's 70 over 100. Okay. So 70 over 100. And the confidence interval that you have here is confidence level is 99%, right? So you can this one with 99, okay, of 100, and this one also 99 of 100. Okay. this one should be of 400, right? And you got the interval here. So your answer will be 0.58, 0.582, 0.582, 0.582, and then 0.8, right? Okay, so you need to sum right there. Okay, so for this one, yeah, you need to use this one here. I believe you can see it from that side. Okay. And also you can check from the textbook. Yeah. Yeah, so for this one, in this case, you need to find what is the critical value. Yeah. Okay. So you know the confidence level and the sample size, and you're looking for the critical value. Okay. So go to number 13. Yeah, so this one is like degree of freedom, right? So if you have 23, you need to put 22, right? So in your case is you have 31, so you need just so the degree of freedom will be 30. Okay. This one is 30, and then the confidence level here 98%. Okay, so you need to change this to 98%. That means it's 0.98, right? And this one also 0.98. And the critical value will be this one. And you need to control C and then paste that here. It didn't say anything, so you can copy everything and then submit it. Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes.
On the question it shows like 31 size. Sample size is 31, but you did
Mhm.
write 30. I don't know why.
Yes. As I told you, this is we call it degree of freedom. So degree of freedom is sample size subtract by 1. Okay. Yeah, you see the Excel. Yeah. You go to the Excel here. So 22 is degree of freedom, which is sample size subtract by 1. So you got 22. Okay. Because your sample size is 31, so you subtract by 1, you got 30, right? So that's why you put 30 there. Okay. Okay. So this we call it degree of freedom. Degree of freedom is the sample size subtract by 1. So if we have sample size 31, so degree of freedom is 30. Okay.
Yeah, actually, I'm trying to edit my questions on Excel, but they can't. I can't. I don't know why. They said I have to request you to allow me so that I can be able to edit.
Oh, yeah, I didn't let you to as the editor, so you have to copy and then put in your own drive. Okay. So you cannot edit the formula, right? Yeah, because I didn't let you as the editor. Okay. So you need to copy this file, put in your own directory, and then you can edit it. Okay. So don't edit the one that here. So you need to copy this. You can click file, and then you can put like make a copy, okay, and then you use the copy for your own problem, okay. I intentionally to do this because I don't want you mess up the original file, okay. Does it make sense? Okay, so let's go to the next one, okay. Yeah, I give you the formula here, like, you can see on page 25, section 8.5.3 from the chapter 8 textbook, okay. Margin of error is this one, right, okay. The TC time S divided by the square root of n, okay. So now you need to put what is the confidence level, right? So you need to put the confidence level in your case is 98, right? So you need to put 98. This one is 98% or 0.98. And again, so you need to change this one, okay? In the Excel, the sample size is 12. So that's why the degree of freedom is put 11, okay? So now for your problem here, the sample size is 26. So the degree of freedom will be 25, okay? You need to change this to 25. Enter, okay? And this will be the margin of error, right? So you need to change, this one is the standard deviation. The standard deviation in your case is 5, the same, okay? And then the sample size 26, right? So this is will be 26. Enter. So your margin of error will be 2.44, right? Because you need to write into decimal place. Okay, so yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, so looking for what is here? Looking for the margin of error, right? Okay, the sample size is 30, the mean is 44, the standard deviation is 8, right? And the confidence level is 80%. Okay, so the critical value will be, we need to change this to 88. 88, okay, and the degree of freedom here is the sample size subtract by 1. So you have 30 subtract by 1, you will get 29. Okay. Enter. And the margin of error is you have the standard deviation you have is 8. So you need to put this one 8. And the sample size is 30, right? So you need to put this one is 30. Now you need to put in 2 decimal place, so your answer will be 2.34. So your answer will be 2.34 here. Oops, sorry. What is wrong here? Oh, sorry. This one is 80%. Right? Sorry, 80%. This is 80%. Yeah. So the answer will be 1.92. Okay. 1.92. Okay. So now you can use Excel again. Okay. So you have sample size is 19. The mean is 48. The standard deviation is 5. And the confidence level is 98, right? Okay. So I think you need to find the critical value first, right? So you've got 98 here, 98 here. the sample size 19, so the degree of freedom is 18, right? So this one will be 18. So the standard deviation 5. Okay, so you need to replace this with 5. The sample size is 19, right? Enter. So now you need to find what is the confidence interval, right? Okay, so you need to go down. Oops. What I'm doing here? Okay, sorry. I should go to number 16, sorry. So I should go to number 16. Okay, so sorry, let's go here. Okay, 98, 98, 18, 19. This is 5, right? Because its standard deviation is 5, sample size 19, right? And then multiply by the critical value, which is 6, C4, right? Okay. So the interval will be this one. Okay. Okay. So for this one, you will be careful. Okay. So in this case, in the Excel, the X bar is 50. Okay. So in your problem, the X bar is 48, right? So you need to change this one is to 48. Okay. So this one you need to do 48 subtract with the margin of error, right? And on the right side, you need to add the 48 with the margin of error. Okay. So you have for 45.1 and then 50.9, right? $45.1 and then 50.9. Okay, so the next one, yeah, it should be the same thing. Okay. Okay, so you have to be careful for this one. Okay. So this is like the mean. This is like the margin of error. Okay, so you can see to find the mean, you add it, divide by 2, and then to find the margin of error, you just subtract from the mean. Okay. Okay, so let's see number 17 here. So you need to change. So you remember here the confidence level and the degree of freedom, right? The confidence level is 95, the degree of freedom will be 12, right? So this is 95, 95. The sample size 13, so the degree of freedom will be 12, right? Okay. And the standard deviation is 7. Okay, so the standard deviation is 7. The sample size 13. And the mean here will be, for in the Excel, the mean is 37. So the mean here will be 41, right? Okay. So this one should be 41. Simply just put it 41. Okay. And this is will be the margin of error. So the mean here will be 41. The margin of error will, margin of error will be 4.2, right? 4.2. Okay, so if you have time here, okay. So this one is just simply looking for the critical value, okay. And you need to think is about 2, right? The sample size is 13, so the critical evidence will be 12, right? Okay, what number is that? 18, okay. 18. The confidence level is 98%. 98%, so this one will be 98, right? And this is 98. And degree of freedom is 12 because you have the sample size 13, so degree of freedom is 12, right? Okay. So the answer is 2.68. What? 2.68. Yeah, it's the same thing, right? On the left side is you add it and divide by 2. On the right side you subtract the right side with the x, so you got the ME, right? Okay. So number 19, you add and divide. Okay. What do you have here? 272.4, 272.4, add with 538.6. 538.6, right? Okay, enter. Divide by 2, enter. And on the right side, they simply you subtract 853 with the mean, right? 853.6 with the mean, okay? 853.68. Right. Uh, 538.6, 538.6, 538.6 subtract with the mean, right? Which is C3, so you got this number here. Okay. So copy this, put it here, and copy this, put it here, and then submit it, right? Yeah, so number 20, yeah, the same thing. Okay, so you go to number 20 here, you add it, divide by 2, so 499.4, 499.4 plus, oops, 499.4 plus 499.4 plus 889.6. Sorry, 559.6. 559.6. 559.6. And then divide by 3 for that one, right? Okay. And for the one on the right side here, you need to subtract 559.6, right? So 559.6. Yeah, so on the left side, the answer will be this guy. Right? And on the right side will be this guy, right? Okay, you can submit it. Oops. Okay, hold on. What is that here? .30. Okay, hold on. Oh, it's just going to be 559.6, right? Okay, so sorry. So that's going to be 30.1. Okay. So it's going to be 30.1. Okay, so the last one will be this problem. Okay, so the same thing. Okay. So for the left side, you need to subtract this with this, right? So you subtract 1 point. Okay, let's see here. So number 21. Right? So on the left side, you subtract 139.1 139.1 subtract with 31.4, right? 31.4. 31.4. Enter. So on the right side, you can copy this, put it here. Instead of subtract, you add it. All right, okay. So on the right side, you can copy this. I'm lazy to remember it, so just copy and paste it. Okay, I think that's all right for chapter 11, chapter 8. Okay, you just add and subtract. Okay, and change the number to the correct, uh, like to the correct confidence interval level, confidence interval level, confidence interval form. Okay. Okay. So do you have any question?
Can you do number 7? Can you show number 7?
Okay. Number 7. Yeah, number 7. You need to put using the parentheses.
I'm doing it. Okay. I'm doing it like that and it's saying it's wrong.
Okay. What is your number? What do you have here? So it's like on the left side, you subtract. You need to change this to decimal number first, right?
I did.
And then you need to also change this to a decimal number. Okay. So you subtract this two, you got the one on the left side. And then as you add this two, you got the one on the right side. Okay.
I did that.
Yeah. You have to make sure you change the to decimal number is the correct number. Okay. So to change for the right side, you need to change to 0.089. Okay. So there is 0 after the point. Okay, let me show you here in the Excel. Okay. Number 7, right?
Yeah.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, so so I need to change this
Never mind. I got it.
0.20. Yeah, 0.231, right? So you need to change this one to 0.231.
I got the answer. I have the answer.
And then this one is 0.089, right? So you can see, is it right? Yeah, 0.42, and then on the right side, you need to add it. Yeah, you can copy and then change the negative to positive, right? Okay.
I have another question. I got the answer correct now.
Okay, good.
Question 13. I did it on the calculator and I did it in Excel, and I got the same answer, but it's still telling me it's wrong.
13, this one. Yeah, you have to make sure, you have to change this one here. This we call it degree of freedom.
I did. I changed it. Like I did the.
Okay, for this problem, for the Excel, okay, so you need to change this one to 88, right? 0.80, 0.80, sorry. So that means it's 0.8, right? And then this one 0.8, so this one should be 22, because the sample size 23, so the degree of freedom will be 22, okay? Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the significant level, and then this is the degree of freedom. So the sample size is by 1.